Okay, so we missed yesterday for doing a vlog. Yeah, old habits die hard. So I've been kind of thinking about it today because I didn't do anything yesterday. I kind of did some positive stuff, but on the whole, we wasted yesterday. So yeah, it didn't feel great last night when I went to bed. I felt that actually we're so early into this and I've already wasted a day. But we're going to treat this as like an addiction. So we're going to have slips, we're going to have trips, we're going to have falls. But I woke up this morning. I thought, right, I need to know why. Why did I waste yesterday? Why is tomorrow always the day that I'm going to do something? And it turns out that little devil on my shoulder, that little whisper in my ear, that voice in my head is Mr. Procrastination. Um, so listen, I this has not come as a major surprise to me. I'm doing some future authoring at the moment. So this is the thing I found out via Jordan Peterson about kind of assessing who you are, what you want, what you don't want, the things that you need to do, the things that you don't need to do. It's more eye-opening stuff. And what's amazing with it is that actually it may be designed by a psychologist, but it doesn't need a psychologist to decode because you decode it yourself. So my biggest thing I think at the moment and a goal I'm now going to set myself is about procrastination because it's killing me. It really is. So this is probably my greatest flaw, I think. It's certainly the thing which has held me back the most over the years. I think when excitement levels drop for a new idea or a new inspiring action that I'm doing, when the exciting stuff is kind of put to one side and it then becomes a bit more laborious and a little bit more kind of boring, that's when my brain goes, oh, I want to do something else. I crave that dopamine hit. And that's where the procrastination is coming from. And this has been me for years, guys. Honestly, for absolutely years, I have squandered opportunity after opportunity. Promotions, new jobs, new opportunities have gone because I've procrastinated and I've taken the easy routes instead of sticking with it. At school, I passed all my exams, no issues. I had a 54% attendance rate. So I woke up in the mornings and sometimes I'd go, oh, I can't be bothered today. So it's been there all the way through, handing homework in late or too late. My final maths exam, I got a B, but I was 45 minutes late to the exam. Yeah, this is absolutely my personal demon. As I say, it's the personal devil that sits on my shoulder, whispers in my ear, and says, "We'll do it tomorrow." The problem is with tomorrow is that tomorrow never actually gets here, does it? I can only do what I can do today. I can't do something tomorrow because tomorrow never arrives. Because when tomorrow gets here, it'll be today. So tomorrow, it's always there. It's always in front of us. It's never underneath us. So, and that's procrastination. Procrastination is we'll do it tomorrow. Now, tomorrow may be 5 minutes. It may be an hour. It may be a week. It may be a year in the future. But in essence, every minute that we aren't currently living is a tomorrow because it's not here now. So I've fought back on occasion with these procrastinating thoughts, and I've kind of been beaten. It's won every time, pretty much. So yeah, this is, if I can break this trait, then I feel I can break anything. So for me, what we need to do is we need to treat procrastination like an addiction. We need to treat it as though this is something that is working. There's a chemical reaction going on that works to my negative output. So, yeah, I think I was thinking of techniques and looked at a few ideas of what people have got to do it. But I think for me, one of the things that we are going to implement, I am going to implement, is a procrastination diary. So we're going to provide a daily record of when it affects me, of how I managed it, if I managed it, the times I won over it and the times I lost, what we did to combat, move into that easier kind of activity. I'm going to diarise it, and then I can review it, and then try and understand with a bit more clarity at times when my brain is kind of not consumed by either the want to do something else or the task that I'm on at the moment, to actually look at it and try and dissect what is affecting it, what's the trigger, and certainly what's the kind of counteract to it. I think a big thing for me with this is I'm starting to find that procrastination is a part of me, and perhaps a bigger part of me than I first realised. And I know I've been a procrastinator. That's been me for 30 odd years. So, is it too strong to defeat? We will see. It got me yesterday. We were day 5, I think it is, into this little personal quest. And it got me. Annoyingly. Really annoyingly. So, yeah. So it's certainly a worthy opponent to try and defeat. But as I say, we're going to treat this procrastination as an addiction, and we're going to take planned steps and treatment to battle it and to move it away. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to do the diary, and we're going to fight. We're going to have to consciously, every time it rears its head, I'm going to have to push it back, fight against it, stop it, continue what I'm doing. So I have looked at a couple of ideas around how you can combat this, and one of the things which is interesting is that procrastination comes around this the brain's need for a pleasure hit, so that dopamine infusion that goes on when you do something pleasurable. So it may be that you watch a video on YouTube, go on TikTok, go have a chat with your mate on Discord, go play a video game, whatever it may be, but your brain is telling you to go and enjoy something because this is too boring. I'm not getting my drugs. That's what the brain is doing. So what we need to do is we actually need to go kind of cold turkey a little bit on this, and then reward ourselves once we've completed our daily tasks. So this is going to be quite a big one. So one of the ideas, one of the things we're going to implement is a little control measure whereby once that inclination to stop and do something else rears its head, we're going to stop. We're going to sit still. We're not going to step away and do something else. We're not going to continue what we're doing as long as it's in a position whereby we can stop. If we're driving down the motorway, we're not just going to put the brakes on and just park in the middle of the road. But the point is we are going to stop and we're going to wait out the brain's craving for something else. And then eventually the chemical reactions within the brain will hopefully wane when there's a kind of a subconscious realization that actually we're not just going to get that dopamine hit whenever we want it. So, yeah, I absolutely think that this is an addiction. I think this dopamine addiction thing is real. I think I've got it, and I have come up with a bit of an idea of how to combat it. So I think from today, we're going to diarise it. We're going to log it all. We're going to combat it. We're going to write down when we win, write down when we lose, break it down. And I think the battle with this is going to be from now from tomorrow, from next year. And that's not in a put it off scenario. That is a case of we're going to have to battle it for that amount of time. This has been part of my psyche, I now think, for 30 years. I can probably trace it back to an event. To an event that happened when I was a kid, which is my first rejection of effort, I believe. I'm not going to go into my history too much, maybe not at this stage, because I don't want this video to be too long. We're already at 10 minutes, but I can trace back to a rough time period where something happened. Nothing horrific. This is not a horrible kind of tear-inducing story, but I remember an event where I produced something that I was immensely proud of, and then was my pride and excitement were not reciprocated. So perhaps something within my brain triggered then. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to work hard. But I feel it now. I feel the procrastinating need coming in now to say, don't edit this video up now. Do it later. We'll post it tonight. So guys, it is 2:20 on the 16th of February. I'm going to edit this up now. I'm going to post it now. Before this stupid little thing in my head takes over and we don't see this video until the 17th at 7 o'clock at night. So, yes, treatment starts today. That's my log for today, I think. Yeah, nothing yesterday. My fault. Nothing out of my control happened. Should have posted something, didn't. But there you go. So we are, yeah, we're implementing stuff today. But until the next one, anybody's watching, thank you. And to this guy here on the camera, do some work.